All right, if we can go ahead and do kind of the wrap up, the stump speech. Why you, not your candidate, or your opponent? Again, what makes you right to keep or earn a new seat? And if we can go with Jim first.
It's very simple. If folks will take a look at the voters pamphlet and see my resume, I think that says everything that needs to be said about Jim Hill. I realize that my opponent's only lived in the community for a few months, and not even certain as to exactly how long, but his resume, while it's interesting, it doesn't represent directly to what he's done on behalf of the city and his involvement in the city and improving the city. So I will let my resume stand against his, and folks can make a decision. Mr. Cudahy, may I make a personal observation to you, sir?
Yes, sir.
All right. I approached you some months ago about the Arts for Kids program. And I suggested to you that the Arts for Kids program needs to have, as part of it, creative writing, an outlet for, I had suggested to you it might be possible to serialize short stories that kids involved in the program could write, poetry, those kinds of things. I would like the Daily News participate in this Arts for Kids program. Kids are in real trouble. I think everybody can understand the world as it is and what kids are perceiving. And we need to give them some outlets. And one of the things I want to encourage kids to do is to express themselves through the written word. And I think Daily News, I really would hope that Daily News would help us with that project. Okay.
Outside of this, obviously, but let's set a time to sit down and chat and discuss that in more detail. Give me, you should have my phone number through the email setting this up.
I do.
But I will follow up with this. You do? Okay. Yeah, let's get a time to sit down and chat. I'm all about youth programs, youth projects. I coach youth soccer. I have always been involved in other communities I've lived in. I was involved with Boy Scouts. I've been involved with youth arts programs, 100%. I think they're critical to developing the next generation. So
we may have a Bob Woodward.
Something. Yeah.
We don't know it, but we may have a Bob Woodward in our midst. By the way,
you never know.
You never know.
You never know until you expose them and give them a shot and some recognition for being pretty talented. They might not get it at home. In school. Yeah. So by all means, let's set a time and dive into that. Absolutely.
Thanks, Mr. Cudahy.
Yes, sir. All right, next, if Kim, if you can go.
Okay, so I'm really big into community. I like our community to get together more. And I'm on community boards. I've been on the Kelso City Council for over 10 years. And I have the experience. I understand what the city needs. I try not to waste city money. We are Kelso. And I have lived in Kelso my whole life. And it's very important to me that our roads get fixed, that things get done. I want to bring businesses in. I want to bring community in. I want more students in the schools. I really want to work together with the citizens. And I always listen. And I always take in consideration everybody's feelings on things. So that's me.
My background, I think, fits so well with being a city councilor. I worked for Weyerhaeuser for 37 years in engineering and management positions. A lot of those were in the utilities area or environmental area for Weyerhaeuser. Cowlitz County Commissioner for 6 years, so I sort of know my way around the state and where the state money is, serving on a couple of state boards and understand public government. And then I was interim public works director for the city of Woodland. And so I learned sort of another side of running a city. I represent the Kelso City Council on the Cowlitz-Wahkiakum Council of Governments, the Three Rivers wastewater treatment system. I've worked on the airport, taking Kim's place board when he's been unavailable. And then from a community standpoint, active in CEDC on the exec board, LCC board of trustees, Cowlitz County Park Board. So I have a good feeling not only for Kelso. I've lived here pretty much all my life, except for college and a couple of years working for ITT Rainier, another pulp and paper company. So well, I understand Kelso, but I can see the bigger picture too. And I think Kelso has a lot of really positive attributes. We got great parks, scenic walking paths, property for economic development. Our airport is really growing. And if you talk to Chris Paolini at the airport, you'll see some great statistics on how we've had steady growth over the last 3 years. We have corporate jets that come in. We have a couple of corporate jets at the airport. Great schools, reasonable housing prices. We need more housing of all kinds, and a great community spirit. So that's one thing I want to continue to build on, is the positive aspects of Kelso, working with economic development, working with the chief for getting the mental health in and supporting the police, working to establish the Kelso Business Association. And then like we talked about, Dave, economic development isn't just infrastructure. You have to have housing, you have to have an educated workforce, but bottom line is people have to want to come and live in your city. So that's one thing we need to do, is build on our strengths, so we welcome those families and businesses that are interested in coming and bringing their business and living in our city. And that's what I want to do.
Okay, excellent. I appreciate you all for your time. This has been very helpful to us, and hopefully good for you. And we will we'll be in touch if we have any other questions. But the way it'll go from here is we'll meet as a board. We'll consider any endorsement, and again, it would be in before the ballots are in the mailboxes. As always, our goal.
Well, thank you for taking your time to do it. I know we all really appreciate the opportunity to speak to you.
Not a problem. I enjoy it. All right.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks, Mr. Cuddy.
Bye.